Greetings viewers, I'm Baron Araignee.
And I'm Baronessa Araignee. Since we started with our video series, we have noticed a great interest in all videos concerning necromancy. And due to this, we have decided to give you viewers what you want. We're going to, in this video, pursue necromancy further and perhaps a couple more after this one.
In this particular video, we'll be performing a rite of Grand Necromancy with the spirit of Daisy de Melker. She was a notorious Black Widow during the period of 1923 and 1932. She killed all her husbands by poisoning. It's right here in South Africa where that happened, basically. So yeah.
As we are contacting her for the first time tonight, personally, we do not know spiritual capabilities, whether she will be able to manipulate energy to manifest herself properly. So this will be entirely up to her, if she will be able to manipulate said energy so that you, as a viewer, can see her and hear her as well. And you will also notice that we explain certain terms to her so that she can understand better. Like we say, we haven't worked with her before and this is the first time. We will also be using dowsing rods for our communication between us and her, for your consideration, so that you can also physically see what she has to say.
Okay, this is another first from Araignee Arcane Services International. So without any further ado, let's begin.
Zagra, Zagiran, Zafiran, Afayan, Naked, Zagra, Zagiran, Zafiran, Hafayan, Naked, Agra, Agiran, Zagiran, Hafayan, Naked. Under death, by the powers of Sentelandoki, Santa Muerte and Hecate, Parate via mortuos. By the power of Lord Titor, Saint Cyprian, Duma, Congrega mortuos aquator spatia. By the power of Underlord Bune, Hinc manifestum legions mortuus sit. By the power of Underlord Murmur, Demite mortuus legions existe. By the power of Underlord Samigina, Demite mortuus nuper legions existe. By the power of all spirits, shades, ancestors, the forgotten dead, the lonely dead, the abattoir, ruled under the black sun and the dead moon. By the glory, power, and eternity of the cavalry cross. By the mystery of life, death, and resurrection. By the power of the sickle and the blackthorn. Come forth, Daisy, Louisa, de Melker, Hancorn Smith, Cowl, Sprout, and gather here, you maliciously intelligent shadow of death's inertia. Hear my sorcery and see my true intent. Spring forth from the twisted veil with gnashing teeth and venomous talons. Come forth, Daisy, Louisa, de Melker, Hancorn Smith, Cowl, Sprout, and make your presence visibly and audibly known to me here, now. By the cause of Siddhartha Gautama, come forth, black serpent, and bring meaning to your name. Egredere serpentibus et aperebit vobus, elate emperors, Daisy, Louisa, de Melker, Hancorn Smith, Cowl, Sprout, Apo, T, Sphira, Tu, Chrono, Kai, Na, Einai, Parusaero, elate mavrodamones. Come forth, ye malefic dead, and bring forth the might of ancient Mara. By the covenant of Tartarus and your words of stronghold, Berald, Berald, Balbin, Gab, Gabor, Agaba. Move and appear, Daisy Louisa de Melker, Hancorn Smith, Cal, Sprout. We greet you, Daisy de Melker, and we welcome you to this place that we have prepared for you. I light you this incense so that you may draw energy and power from it, from its essence, from its energy, so that you can communicate far better with us. We also offer you this water, as well as this egg. Just like with the incense, feed off of the energy of the water, the egg, and even the candle flames lit, so that you may communicate with us more fluently and openly. Daisy, you are being recorded on this apparatus, this camera. You probably remember the bioscopes in your time. Well, this is exactly like that. Everything that is happening right here, right now, is recorded on that, sound and picture, and we're going to show this to the world. It goes to a place where the whole world can see this. So, Daisy, if you want yourself to be known visibly, or if you want to be known audibly to whoever would be watching this, we ask of you, Daisy de Melker, feel free to make your presence known on camera, but be sure to make it clear so that people can understand. As de Melker, not all people are like me and my husband, and you have to be more clear with them. Ow. These, Daisy, are dowsing rods, which I'm holding right now. If I put it like this, then you can manipulate it. Okay? You see, it moves. If I hold still, it can move like this, you see? So, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, Daisy, and if the answer is yes or positive, you will cross it over like this. You will use that energy of yours to cross it over like this. If the answer is no or negative, you would drive them as far apart as you possibly can. So, Daisy de Melker, attach yourself to these dowsing rods so that we may speak with each other, so that everyone who is watching can see exactly what you want to say. Now, Daisy, I forgot to ask you if it'll be alright if we ask you a couple of questions. Thank you, Daisy. It's an excellent response. And just to confirm, Daisy de Melker, is it alright if we ask you some personal questions? You know, some questions that might be a little bit close to your heart. Is it alright if we ask them? Thank you, Daisy de Melker. Okay, so you know who we are, me and my husband, don't you? Yeah, thought so, thank you. Okay, the pure purpose which we have called you here tonight is to ask if you will become a working spirit for us. This means that we will give you payment. We will give you offerings and perhaps even sacrifices in exchange for you doing work for us. Some work that, well, individuals like you can do. So, will you become a working spirit of us? Will you work for us, Daisy de Melker? That's great news. Thank you. Would you, so that we can communicate with you better and so that you can be closer to us at all times, will you link yourself to this symbol which we have prepared for you? Link yourself to it so that you can be close to us at all times. Ah, that's good. Thank you. Okay, we want to know you a bit better then. Do you remember Bert Fuller? Thought you might. So, you truly love this Bert Fuller, didn't you, Daisy de Melker? Both me and my husband next to me are very sorry for your loss that you have endured with him. We truly are sorry. You met him in Rhodesia, correct? And this is just a little question, just to see that we're on the same page. Was he a plumber, Daisy? Good. Okay. When you passed, unfortunately, we have to say this, Daisy, but when you were removed from the living, did you seek out this Bert Fuller? Did you go look for him? Quick response, so I believe that means instantaneously almost. Did you find him, Daisy? Did you find this Bert Fuller of yours? Let us ask that again, Daisy. Daisy de Melker, did you find Bert Fuller in the afterlife when you went looking for him? Daisy, we are both really sorry to hear about that as well. Being separated like that can be quite terrible. If you work with us, Daisy, since you are going to, we will unite the two of you. We will bring you two together once more because we have the power to bring him to you so that you can meet him again. Is this acceptable to you? Would you like that? That's great news. We'll speak about that again at some point in time, just to finalize everything like that. Now, on to a lighter matter, Daisy. Since you can see how well you can manipulate these dowsing rods, can you point them for us where you are here in this room, in this altar area? Point them to where you are. You over your photo, Daisy? Okay, thank you. On to your offerings, the incense, the water, the air. Does it sustain you, Daisy? Does it help you with your energy? That's great. We are very happy to see, Daisy, how well you've taken to this communication through these dowsing rods. We are really happy to see that. Okay. Now, Daisy de Melker, do you like being recorded as we are doing right now? Do you like people to see what you have to say? Do you like that? You probably have a lot to say, don't you, Daisy? A lot to say to the world. Thought so. But luckily now the world can see what you have to say. At least just a little bit. How do you find the afterlife, Daisy? Is it anything like you expected while you were living? Thank you, Daisy. So, what your experiences in the afterlife is absolutely new to you, that you had to get to know everything from the start. Well, we must compliment you, Daisy de Melker, because you're doing such an excellent job. Did you make any new friends or acquaintances in the afterlife? People or others like you associate with? Not really. Okay, just to re-ask that question for you, Daisy. Daisy de Melker, did you meet anyone else there in the afterlife which you get along with very well? That's great news. And would you like a more permanent home with us, Daisy? Working for us, yes, but would you like us to build you an effigy? Somewhere where you can permanently link to, so that you can stay with us. Thank you. Okay, it will be, as you can see here, let me just quickly take it like this. This container over here will be a temporary home for you until we make this effigy for you. So, that's enough questions for now, Daisy. We will speak to you again like this to get to know you a bit better. Okay, Daisy. Now I want you to link yourself to this symbol that we have prepared for you. Link yourself on it, so that you will come swifter when we call upon you next time. Thank you so much, Daisy de Melker. Now, I will place you in your temporary home. Now, Daisy, I've enjoyed speaking to you thus far. Now, I'm going to give this over to my husband standing next to me, and he will take over from here.
Daisy, you know who I am. You just spoke to my wife, and she's just linked you to the sacred seal and given you this vessel to reside within. Now, how we work in our practices, which is known as necromancy, is we set a charge for you. We give you a charge as an example to go forth and bring knowledge for us. Once you have done so successfully, we will reward you through an offering or a blood sacrifice, depending on how big the charge is or how difficult it was to achieve. You will be rewarded, and once, Daisy, you have done as we asked you to do, we will unite you with your husband who passed away so many years ago, the one that you loved greatly. We will make sure of that, because that's within our power and office to do so. But as long as you work with us and you are compliant with our requests, we will reward you and we will elevate you and help you and your husband ascend in the spirit to greater planes of awareness, where you will be united with him for eternity in joy and bliss. We thank you for coming so far and so quickly to us, bridging time and space through the veil, and manifesting yourself here in this place that we have prepared for you. And we honor you, and we respect you, and we know that what you went through is not as it is written in history, because there's always more to a story than that which others claims to be. So as we work with you more, we'll get to know you, and you will get to know us in spirit and in truth. For my wife and I are unlike others in our practices and in our craft, and we do not overpromise things to the living or the dead, and we always deliver on our promises. So now I'm gonna perform a dismissal for you in order to give you peace and rest for the time being, until we call upon you again. So thank you, Daisy de Melker, and be at peace. Zagra, Zagiran, Zafiran, Hafayan, Naker, Zagra, Zagiran, Zafiran, Hafayan, Naker, Agra, Agiran, Zagiran, Hafayan, Naker. Coselua Orieso, Omnia Vortidot Patulti, Unus es Iancus, Lana es, Duonus serus es, Duonus lanus, veniet potissimum, milios ium recum, Deum ium patrem cante, Deum Diu supplicate, ean mitos. Now you may rest in peace, Daisy de Melker, until we speak to you again, until we work with you again. Your charge is therefore sealed in the name of Rex Mortis. be at peace. Okay, so now you've witnessed one of the many rites of necromancy, how you can perform it. The only thing you need is a rivet. A rivet is an object that links the dead to the living. So yeah, that's it. But you must always do so respectfully, even if it's a spirit or it doesn't matter what it is. You always work respectfully with the dead.
And as you can see, to perform a ritual of Grand Necromancy, you don't need a cemetery, you don't need robes, and you don't need to dance around like something else, like you might see a lot, okay? So don't think that. Necromancy is, as you mentioned before, one of the oldest practices known to mankind. So, there you have it. Feel free to come into contact with us via Facebook, our website, or comment here to share your opinions and suggestions on our video series if you have any questions or whatever might be on your mind.
Yeah, and we now have a brand new website, okay, with new products and featuring an online store as well, where you can securely purchase divinations, consultations, and various products at your leisure. See the link at the end of this video.
Also, look for our books, The Gospel of the Ghouls, Liber Infernus Inverni, The Etheric Keys, and The Stars Aren't Right. All details on our website. And always remember,
as within,
so without,
as above,
so below.
Namaste.
Namaste.